In this video, we will review how to grasp sacredness by comparing two sacred places presented in myths we have read in the course. The sky, as it appears in How Coyote Placed the Stars, and heaven, as it appears in Kali Beheaded. First, let's review the graph. It has two axes. The vertical axis tells us what kind of a place it is, moving from an actual or historical place to a metaphoric or imaginary place. The horizontal axis tells us who or what created it, moving from human agency to divine agency. The four quadrants, or zones, are simply there to help us visually. They do not represent any particular designation or category. We can use this graph in a fluid way. We can be creative with it. Feel free to use dots, lines, or shapes, and to let your markings expand and cover the space you feel is appropriate. There are no right answers here. This is a vehicle for generating greater understanding of myth. Let's start our comparison with the sky. In How Coyote Placed the Stars, the sky is presented as an actual place. It's right there. You can see it. And as Coyote says, you can go there. In fact, he claims it's easy to do. The sky also appears to be a place of divine creation. The sky is distant and massive, beyond human comprehension. So I'll start with a blue circle in zone 4, with the sky being an actual place of divine creation. But then Coyote himself goes up there and starts rearranging things. Now, Coyote himself has the divine in him, but he is also somewhat of a human figure. So all of a sudden, the sky starts moving to the left on the horizontal axis, as it is now a place of somewhat human creation as well. Now let's look at heaven. In Kali Beheaded, heaven first comes to us as a divine place inhabited by gods. It is ethereal, otherworldly, outside our sense of the universe. So I'll start with a red circle here in zone 2. It is a metaphoric place of divine agency. But then Kali and the gods travel from heaven to earth, first to the roof of the world, then through purgatories as well as prisons of ice, mud, and fire, until finally they get to a swamp. This journey puts heaven on the same physical plane as earth. It now appears to move along the vertical axis and become an actual location as well. When we compare these two sacred places, we see something interesting. Both have a level of fluidity to them, but they are fluid in different ways. The sky is fluid along the horizontal axis. It has nuance in terms of who created it. Heaven has fluidity along the vertical axis. It has nuance in terms of what kind of a place it is. From this, we see that in How Coyote Placed the Stars, the sacred place is more intimately connected to humankind. Man lives in the sacred place. Man is integrated into and is part of the sacred realm. By contrast, in Kali Beheaded, man can contemplate the sacred place, but he is removed from it. He is separate from the sacred realm.